Hey guys, we got an update for Legends. It's not the biggest update ever, but it's kind of like, they're preparing for the Zenkai Trunks co-op to come out. I believe that should come out next week because the current co-op only has, I believe, 7 days or 6 days at this point left until that is over. So I think it's going to be exactly the same thing happened with Kid Goku. Kid Goku's revamped Legends Road event came out on, or came out a week prior to his Zenkai coming out, right? So they're going to give you a bit of time to farm up the Trunks' limit breaks, right? And then once you get the limit breaks all the way up, then the week after this, so next week they're going to do the co-ops. So that's the same exact thing that they did with Kid Goku. We have these banners here. I just want to take a look real fast because they seem terrible to me. Let me just see. There's like a million banners up. Okay, so it's the Lineage of Evil banner, and then there's also the Fusion Fighters banner. So let's see. It is an SP guaranteed, and it is only 7% sparking rates. Gives you multi-Z power at the end. I mean, there are dailies here. Let's see. Metal Cooler, Final Form Cooler, Chilled, Green Cooler, Frieza, Goku. I mean, this is. Do not summon on this. Please just do not summon. Like, there's no reason to summon on this. Same thing for this banner, right? I mean, there's really no one. I mean, if they really wanted people to summon, they would have put Yellow Vegito on here, but they didn't. So I don't know. I wouldn't say any of these units on here are top tier at all. So there's no real reason to summon on these banners at all. Just please, if you're gonna spend crystals, summon on these banners. These are way better. Okay, so let's go back to the news. So those banners, yeah, we've covered that. Equipment collection. I believe, let's just see. So this is starting today and goes until July 1st. Equipment collection. So it's like a special stage they added. Let's see. So this is the new equip they added. Second anniversary equipment. Thanks for 2 years. Slot 1 is base strike defense and blast defense. That's okay. Key recovery up to 10 is actually fairly good. And then slot 3... it's very specific, right? It requires that you use Shallot in your party. Now, we don't have the details on God Shallot yet, but he will be coming during this month, right? The VGEM said he was coming in June, so we will see him added to the game shortly. So this lasts the whole month, by the way. So, I mean, you could hold off on doing this. Depending on how good Shallot ends up being, this might be a really good equip. I personally don't really think this is that good. It's only giving you 6% to strike and blast attack, and it requires that you use Shallot on your team, right? So that, first of all, that's not really that good of a boost. The only reason why I feel like they made these stats so low is because there's no conditions on the equip, right? So any single character can use these. So for characters like Krillin or, like Deborah, who don't really have that many tags and aren't, they don't have access to many equips, this actually could be a decent option, but again, you're limited to using this with Shallot. So are you really going to use Deborah and Shallot on the same team? Are you really going to use Krillin and Shallot on the same team? It doesn't make that much sense to me. So I don't know. I'm not too impressed with this equip, how this is right now. But the main point of this video is going to be to discuss this. Okay, so we have the Legends Road Overhaul. It's basically the same thing they did with Kid Goku if you were around for that. Basically lets you grind this guy all the way up to a red 7, and there's bonus characters here. So the way that they set this up is they have certain characters that you can use in the stages that give you bonus Z power when you complete the stages. Now all of these, except for the 3 on the bottom right, are new characters. It's very heavily promoting the fact that they want people summoning on the anniversary banners, which again solidifies the fact that you should not be summoning on that Lineage of Evil banner, and you should not be summoning on that Fusion Warriors banner either. So I assume most people summon on those banners and you got these characters, so yeah. If I recall correctly, the bonus for Kid Goku, I mean, it definitely wasn't like as good as this. This is 10. Like, most people should be summoning on the anniversary banners, and I assume most people have at least one of the new units. So it's gonna take not that much, right? I mean, I don't know. People are complaining about this because it's like, oh, you have to have the new characters to, have a good chance to get the Z power, but all you really need is one, and it's already better than Kid Goku's grind. So I kind of think it's actually a good idea, and it's a win, honestly. I think so. I don't know. That's my take on this. Let me know what you guys think about that. And they actually do have, similar to Kid Goku's preview, they do have... Okay, so the Trunks Youth Zenkai Awakening is scheduled for 6/10. So again, a week from today. You'll also be able to get Awakening Z-Power from an upcoming event, being held at the same time. Yeah, that's definitely going to be co-op, if it's anything similar to what Kid Goku's was. So we can actually take a look at what his Zenkai Awakening details are. So here we go. Again, Kid Goku is one of the best units in the entire game once Zenkai'd, so I assume this Trunks is also going to be up there in the discussion as well once he's Zenkai'd. I'm interested to see what his Zenkai ability is, because this Legends Road team could actually become very, very powerful with Kid Goku and Trunks, who are yellow and blue. Those colors complement each other very well. Okay, so let's go through this. Special move is Masenko, deals major impact damage, inflicts enemy attribute downgrade plus 20% to strike damage received. Is that different? Okay, so it went from 15 to 20, so not that big of a difference. Main ability is Transform to Super Saiyan, okay, and I assume that's the same. Yep. Special skill is 20% strike damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, which did not change. The ability is this, obviously not going to change either. Okay, so it is just Legends Road. Interesting. I was thinking maybe they would make this Trunks buff Future as well, Blue Future, just to pair up with Vegito Blue. That's what I was theorizing, but they didn't do that, which is fine. Because Vegito Blue definitely does not need a boost whatsoever. So yeah, Legends Road. I mean, the Legends Road team with this guy and Kid Goku, it's gonna... You're gonna start to see things become pretty wild. So yeah, Zenkai ability only for Legends Road. Unique ability. So the first unique ability is Inheriting the Will. 20% to damage inflicted per battle member per defeated battle member. Applies the following effects itself when allied character Gohan is defeated. Okay, so he is keeping the Gohan requirement in his unique. So -5 to strike arts costs, and then 50% to key recovery. Let's take a look at what that was prior. Oops. 15%, and then 30% to key recovery. So would that increase by? So he's gaining the strike arts cost reduction, which is actually pretty big. -5 is more than you would think there. I mean, that's a pretty big difference, honestly. Next unique is Bond between Master and Student, plus 30% of damage, or blast damage. Oh, blast! Huh. Is that what it was before? Plus 30% of blast damage inflicted if there is a tag Future or tag Legends Road battle member other than this character in your party. And then plus 30% of strike damage inflicted if there's a character Gohan battle member in your party. Okay, let me just check. I don't think he had that blast thing in there. Yeah, he didn't. Interesting. So they actually are going out of their way to buff his blast damage, because this guy's mainly a strike attack character, so... I actually like that. That's a decent change. So they really want you to use this guy along a Future or Legends Road character, which makes sense. And then these are the new unique abilities, right? So... the first one is United in Spirit, plus 10% to strike damage inflicted by allied tag Future or tag Legends Road for 10 timer counts upon landing a strike arts hit. Wow. So he's... and then 10% blast, too. So he's supporting Future and Legends Road. Supporting Future is a big deal, because they really didn't have that many support units other than, like, Mai on the team. I mean, the Trunks is kind of a support unit as well. The Rage Trunks. I mean, you run this guy along with the Rage Trunks and like some kind of Gohan. This could actually be a good team. Like, really. And then the last unique is going to be reduces damage received by 20% from battle start until transformation. So that's good. Just gets unconditional cut. And then I believe this is the first... this is the first Zenkai character who is transforming. So let's see what he does when he's transformed. Masenko deals I'm actually going to pull up, because you can actually switch once you have the transform button enabled. So I'm actually going to pull up his info on DBZ Space in a separate monitor, and I can take a look and just compare side by side what he's doing prior to Awakening, and then we can look at, obviously, post-Awakening in-game here. So his main ability prior to the Zenkai Awakening is he draws a special move arts card next. Or actually... Let's do this. Let's talk about the special move first. Special move used to be major impact damage, and then enemy gets 15% strike damage received. So he's really only getting the 5% to strike damage received. So that's okay. I think that's the same as pre-transforming, by the way. So main ability used to be draw a special move arts card, and then 30% of special move damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. So he draws a special move arts card still. He restores health by 20 and ki by 50, and then gets plus 50% to special move damage inflicted. That is quite a buff. Healing and getting ki back is really powerful. Because if you have 0 ki when you use this main ability, you're instantly going to be able to use a special move that you draw from this ability. So it's actually really good. Okay. Special skill went up by 5% because it used to be 20% of strike damage. Okay. And then this is all going to be the same as pre-transformation. Unique ability number 1, is that different? I don't think it is. Than pre-transformation. No, it's the same. It's the same. It wants Gohan to be dead. Okay, so these are all the same. Oh, the last one is different. Okay. So I'm happy. I'm really happy he keeps that supporting ability once he's transformed, because that honestly looks really, really ridiculous. That's reminiscent of Blue Vegeta, LF Blue Vegeta, how he works. So really, really good ability there. Okay, so his last unique is Inextinguishable Hope. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of timer counts elapsed after transforming. 10 timer counts elapsed plus 20% of damage inflicted. 25 counts is reduced damage received by 20%, and then 40 counts is another 20% of damage inflicted. Okay, I mean, this guy's going to be hitting really hard. The one thing I will say is this guy could be taking a lot of damage, but him being a Zenkai unit, like, he's farmable, so I'm going to recommend, obviously, everybody get him to Zenkai 7 fully soul boosted if you have time to grind that. The only thing I will say is he seems like he might be a little bit fragile, especially if you're, fighting somebody like Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku who just came out, or any of those green units that are pretty good. Like, you get lucky and you run into like Zenkai 7 Beerus, you're just going to shred this guy. But overall, this guy looks really powerful. I don't know if he's as powerful as Kid Goku, because he wants to be ran alongside specific units like Gohan and future units. So he's kind of pigeonholed into the types of teams he wants to be ran with. But I don't think that's really a problem, because he's going to be extremely powerful in those teams. And Legends Road, I mean, continues to become just a dominant, powerful team. And then we're only one Zenkai away from being able to run triple Zenkai on that team. And once we get to that point, things are going to get really, really scary. Like, if, I don't know, like, that Green Gohan gets his Zenkai Awakening, it's not going to be for a long time, obviously, because they're going in order. But once that Green Gohan gets his Zenkai Awakening, that's going to trigger, like, all these Gohan-specific uniques here. So, I think definitely spend your resources to get this guy done, because it's definitely going to be worth your time at the end. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. Pretty impressed by this, so let me know what you guys think about this. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll be back with more content for Legends soon as we continue along the 2nd anniversary. I will see you guys all in the next one.